Hello, my name is Ron Palma, and I'm an instructor here in the CAD and BIM department at VCC. I'm the instructor of the steel construction modeling program, particularly. Thanks for joining me on this info session. I hope to tell you a little bit more about our programs and what we have to offer here. Also, let you know a little bit about some of the opportunities that you can have after you're done the program and some of the prerequisites and things you'll need to be able to register and apply for one of our programs. So let's get started. Just a little background on VCC. Vancouver Community College, formerly VVI or the Vancouver Vocational Institute, was established in 1949. Program's been here a long time. One of the earlier programs that was available here at the college was the drafting program. So it's been around a long time. We're quite well known in the Vancouver area. And of course, now we're called the CAD and BIM department. So what is CAD and BIM and what does that mean? So I think most people know that CAD is an acronym for computer-aided drafting. And of course, we still use CAD or AutoCAD, as it's more commonly known, in our program to help you learn the basic drafting skills. BIM, of course, is an acronym for Building Information Modeling. And if you haven't heard that term before, what it is it's connected to or relates to the 3D modeling BIM aspect of our discipline. So we actually, instead of just drawing these buildings in 2D, we're actually modeling them in 3D, and we're actually able to take out information and incorporate information very quickly and very easily. So what do you think of when you think of drafting? I think most people think of these big offices with drawing boards and paper and pencil and things like that. Not really done like that anymore. We are creating 3D models and technical drawings for the construction industry. We work in an office environment. I like to put that in there because I think people hear these programs we have are in the construction industry and think they're going to be working, on the site somewhere or maybe in a shop. Typically, you'll be working in an office environment, kind of similar to what you see there in the lower left image. We work closely with architects, engineers, and fabricators. Okay, so we're training to be technicians, but we work closely alongside these people here. So our program has, the CAD and BIM department offers 4 two-year diploma programs, one of which, of course, is the Steel Construction Modeling Program, which I'm the instructor of, the Civil Structural Technician Program, the Architectural Technician Program, and the Mechanical Engineering Technician Program. We also have the second year CAD and BIM Technician Diploma, which I'll talk to you about in a second. We also offer the CAD Technician Citation, and I'll also go more into that later on. Okay, so all of our programs here, 1 year or 2 years, are split up into 3 levels. Level 1 is from September to October, level 2, November to February, and level 3, March to June. In level 1, you'll be learning basic drafting. Basic drafting is the same regardless of which program you choose. Okay, so you learn AutoCAD, you learn the basics and fundamentals of drafting, some construction math, and office and site safety. And level 2 is when you get into your specialties. So that's when you start to get into the specialties of architectural or civil structural, steel, mechanical. Okay, and level 3 is when you start to apply BIM. So you get to model use BIM as a tool to apply what you've learned into these very high-tech BIM software. So the programs run from September to about June. Second year is also split up into 3 levels. Level 1, you get to work on what we call the integrated BIM project. And then you choose a second specialty. So if you chose, for example, steel in your first year, you could maybe choose civil structural in your second year, as an example. And then level 3 is the capstone project, which is kind of like the final exam project, big project towards the end of the year that you get to work on. Just below that is the CAD citation, and that is available part-time or full-time. Some student work we'll look at is some stuff we'll do in basic drafting, some 3D models using BIM, and some of the integrated BIM projects. Regarding basic drafting, so what we'll learn in the level 1 part of the program is just basic drafting fundamentals. So we'll learn just the absolute basics, just so that you can get comfortable and get to know all the different aspects of drafting. Of course, we'll learn how to use AutoCAD. We'll still use AutoCAD as kind of our base tool to show you all the different things that you need to know in drafting. Things like orthographic projection, auxiliary views, dimensioning, sectioning, just to name a few things. Once you get into the BIM side of things, depending on which program you choose, you get to work on a variety of these different softwares. So you could work on Tekla if you're choosing steel, Revit if you're using, if you get into architectural, Civil 3D if you chose civil structural, for example. We apply that knowledge on a variety of projects, starting very basic and then working our way up to more complex ones. And we work on commercial and industrial type projects in all of our programs. Here's a bit of an example of what can be done in some of our BIM programs. This is particularly in the second year diploma. So this is actually done by students in level 1 of second year. Believe it or not, in about 8 weeks. So our students get together and working in their various disciplines, and it really mimics the industry where they have a project leader and an assistant and a crew they work with, and they assign tasks to each other and really work in an environment which really is which really is like the working in the industry. Here's some interior scenes of the project. So as you can see, very detailed, and a lot of people don't believe that this was all created by students in a matter of just 8 weeks. So some past projects done by graduates. So we're fortunate enough that we have a lot of work here in our area in the Vancouver area, and we have Canada Place cruise ship terminal as an example, a big landmark project here in Vancouver. Vancouver Public Library. We also do some projects in the US, so because we are very close to the US. Of course, we get to work on some projects down there. Transbay Transit Center in San Francisco, California. A lot of VCC graduates have worked on this project. Avatar Land in Disney World, Orlando, Florida. If you've seen the movie, these are all kind of floating rocks and it looks like vegetation, but it's all actual structural steel under there. And of course, worked on by many VCC graduates. Safeco Fieldhouse in Seattle, Washington. The Wrapper Building, this is in Los Angeles, California. Very complicated structure. Again, worked on by many VCC graduates. And one of my favorites, because I worked on this one, and if you're a basketball fan, and particularly a Golden State Warriors fan, you'll likely recognize this bridge because it's on the jersey of the Golden State Warriors. This is the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge in San Francisco, Oakland, California. So I was proud enough to be part of this project. A lot of VCC graduates, including myself, worked on this project as well. So what do I need to get into the program? Most people think you need to be really good at math because you see a lot of these lines, letters, and numbers all over these drawings, and you think, hey, do I need to be good at math? And the answer is no. You need a basic level math, a high school level math to get in, but you don't have to be a math expert by any means. Do I need to be an expert with computers? And as you may have guessed, the answer is no as well. If you can do very basic things like saving and copying and pasting and things like that, you should be fine. Everything else will show you. So you'll need grade 12 graduation or high school graduation, English language proficiency at a grade 12 level or equivalent, apprenticeship and or workplace math 11 or equivalent. If you've taken drafting in high school, grade 11 and 12, you can possibly apply right into level 2 of the program and totally skip over level 1. That's an option for you. Also, if you've gone to school for another discipline in another institution, you might be eligible to skip over level 1. We will walk you through from the beginning of the program and right to the very end. So everything is very, very logically set up in our programs. The complexity gradually increases, and by the end of it, you'll get to work on these fancy 3D models and projects very comfortably. If you take the CAD citation, CAD technician citation, sorry, you can actually also insert into one of the to level 2 of the programs. So why choose VCC, CAD and BIM, and a career in the construction industry? Of course, I'm a little biased, but I think we have the best instructors. We have instructors who have worked in the industries that they teach in for many, many years. I think we've done the math one day and realized we had about 175, 180 years experience, something like that, between all of us. So we've lived and breathed all of these disciplines to be able to share what we know with you. The graduates are in really high demand. There's a lot of interest in all of our graduates and all the disciplines right now. So much so that some of the students are getting hired well before they're finished the program, believe it or not. You learn the latest software and techniques, and because we update all of our softwares to the latest versions every year, you'll learn on the very latest one, and you'll learn the best techniques. So all the instructors who teach at VCC in the CAD and BIM department have used these softwares for many, many, many years, and we'll show you the best ways how to use it. Classes are just 3 days a week, 2 days in person, 1 day online, and that allows for a lot of flexibility the other 2 days during the week. And of course, you have your Saturday, Sunday. So a lot of the students will maybe work part-time, or maybe they'll take other courses, whatever they really want to do. Some use that time to take care of family, things like that. So it does offer a lot of flexibility. We are located in downtown Vancouver, Canada, so one of the most desirable places to be in the world. Great place to come learn, very accessible from different parts of the Vancouver area through bus and SkyTrain. So a really great place to go to school. So in closing, if you have any questions or you're the least bit interested, please email or call me. Again, my name is Ron Palma. You can email me at rpalma@vcc.ca or call me at 604-443-8534, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Take your first step in designing your future. Thanks very much for joining me on this info session. I hope you were able to learn a few things about it. Hope to see you on the campus one day. Thank you.